Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy Shadow Stomper here from Next Level Studios, your number one stop for graphics, gameplay, and 3D animation. Today, I'm gonna be showing you a quick tutorial on how I actually on all my videos, on most of my videos, I have this little thing at the bottom. Let me put this full screen for you. This little thing at the bottom that says Shadow Stomper Speed Art. It's got like the little, the little nice little box designs. I'm gonna show you how to make those, and I know you guys see those a lot in a lot of design YouTube channels, or even people who are pretty big on YouTube like to use those boxes. So here it is right here in PNG format. But let's go ahead and get started. So let's make a new document. I made mine 1280 by 720. Just a nice large document for a start. So there's a lot of methods of achieving that effect and achieving those shapes. I'm going to show you the few that I know. And the way that I like to do it, my favorite way of doing it is using the pen tool. So what you would do is you'd get your pen tool. Well, let's first do this. Let's get our paint bucket and drop some black down, and now we can go ahead and get our pen tool. Make sure that its paths are selected, and also make sure that the add to path area or the plus sign is selected. So what we're gonna do for the first shape is we're just gonna make a real simple one. We're going to go ahead and click outside of the document, hold the shift button, go out to, I don't know, maybe how far as you want, and then press down, and it'll give you completely perfect straight line. So the next thing we want to do is we're going to go down where we want it to angle off at. Go ahead and hold the shift button. That's actually too close. Let's go here. Actually not good enough. That's perfect. So there we go. So now we got our shape. The outside doesn't really matter. So what you want to do is you want to right click on the inside of the shape, make selection, make sure that the feather radius is at 0 and it's anti-aliased. Go ahead and click OK. Now we've got a nice selection, so we can go over here to our paint bucket. I'm gonna make mine white. Then we drop some white in there. So now we've got a nice shape. But where's the style? Exactly. So now what we're gonna do, there's no right way of doing this. I'm just gonna show you my way. The first thing I like to start off with is a color overlay, because white doesn't always get it. So we're gonna let's start with a blue one. That's too light. Let's get a darker blue. Rich blue. There we go. That's nice. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna click bevel and emboss. And you'll see just from the jump what that does. It gives a nice little, some depth to the item. To the layer, I mean. And we're gonna actually bump up the depth a little bit. And we're gonna make it let's see what outer bevel looks like. Nope, inner bevel. So you're just messing around really. Then you add some size to it, not too much. Soften it up, definitely want to soften it up. You can turn down the size, you can make it up, make the contour up or direction up or down. Let's see what we got. Chisel hard, chisel soft, smooth. Yeah, I like smooth. You can get rid of global light if you like. You can change the angle, make it come from whatever angle you'd like it to come from. I'm just gonna do that right there. Contour, I usually like to have a rounded contour, sometimes down or up, doesn't matter. Go ahead and click OK. The highlight mode is white. The opacity, bump it up a little bit so it's more visible. In the shadow mode, you can bump that up or bump it down, wherever you like. We're going to, of course, add drop shadow. That's if we had a white document. And add stroke. I always like to add stroke of 1. And click OK. So now what I want to do is, I'm not liking this black background. We're not able to see our shadows and stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a new layer, put it underneath, get white, drop it on the background, and now we'll be able to see all of our effects. So there you go. There's our first shape. Looks pretty cool, right? Yep. So we're going to put that over here, and how somebody would usually do it on a YouTube page or any kind of design. And there you go. It's got some depth to it. It's nice and beveled and shiny. So the next thing we want to do is we're going to duplicate this layer. So now we've got 2 of them. But the second one, what we want to do is we want to delete the effects from it. So we would just have a white, just the white one, the original shape that we had. So we're going to go Control T. And we're going to shrink it and make it smaller than the first one. And we're going to make it inside more, make it fit inside of the shape. So the next thing that you probably see people is you see like they have like this metal effect. They don't make that. Most people don't make them. Most people use Photoshop styles. So see, there you go. There's a nice titanium kind of chrome looking one. Or let's see what else we got here. We got that one. I use that one in a YouTube background. That one's actually pretty cool, but let's look for. Let's see. Let's look for a nice one. Let's just use the one we had. This one right here. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. That just pops right on top of it. That's not the one we're looking for, though. See, those are icy ones. Those are cool, too. I can actually link you guys to these styles. But, see, there we go. There's a nice little almost carbon-looking one. But I'll link you guys to these styles. But that's the first method of making those little shapes. Let's go ahead and let's try another one. So what we're going to do, we're going to go down here to our rectangle tool. And we're going to change the color to black so we can see it. And what we're going to do, we're going to drag out a shape. We're going to drag out just like this. So we have a nice big shape. Alright. So now we've got our shape. We're going to move it to the center a little bit. Zoom in some. So now that we've got our shape, what we can do is I'm actually going to make this bigger. There we go. So now we've got our nice long thin rectangle. What I like to do is there's several methods of doing this, but what we need to do is we need to rasterize this layer. So you just right click the layer, the shape, and click rasterize. And then I'll just put it on a layer of its own instead of just having a shape. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the, there's different ways of doing this, but I like to use the polygonal lasso tool sometimes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to find a reference point here. Let's start right here. So we're going to go over a little bit and start right here. So let's drag down. We're going to cut inside. Let's go across holding the shift button. Go here. And then we're going to make this into a selection. Come back over here. Now what we can do is just press delete. And there you go. That's almost same as my video one. So what we can just apply a style on top of this, and that's another method of making those thingies. I don't know what to call them. I don't have a name for them. But yeah, there's another way of doing that. And drag this out a little bit. And then you can add your text or whatever you would like to do with that. And the last method of doing it is this right here. We're going to use the rectangle tool, and we're going to end up using the pen tool again. Let's make another one pretty big here. Again, we need to rasterize the layer, so right click, rasterize. We're going to move it to the center. And we're going to get our pen tool, and we're going to do the same thing we did with the polygonal lasso tool. Hold the shift button. Actually, it's not far enough. That's good. Come back around. Make a selection. Press OK. Delete. And there you go. There you go, folks. That is how I like to make my little box things. And I'm just going to play around here for a minute. But yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. I really appreciate all the love we've been getting from you guys. You guys have been a great group of subs. You guys are awesome. I mean, you just gotta let us know. You guys gotta hit our inbox. Let us know what you want to see, so we can, make you guys happy. But again, thanks for watching. This has been your boy Shadow Stomper with Next Level Studios, your #1 stop for graphics, gameplay, and 3D animation. And I'm out of here. To stay updated with Next Level Studios, be sure to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. There you'll find the latest and greatest news from Next Level Studios.